stop things from sliding around. It's shelf liner. It's also used to hold a carpet still on the shiny floor. Now you see my cutting board? How I cut holes in it? That's to keep a round thing still. Oh my God. Alright? Because once you have it cut, now you have a flat surface that's not going to roll around. And then you could cut it again. And here's another gadget. This is a pusher when you're making sausage to push it into the machine. You can break the back of your vegetable, and that makes it very easy for the skin you want to throw away to come off. You see? So that's going to be discarded. And now I'm sitting, and I can safely cut this onion up. By the way, I'm making a dish called pasta fazool. It's pasta and beans. Delicious. You know, when you watch cooks on cooking shows, some of them show how they're doing this fast. I don't do that because when you start working fast, everything flies all over the place. And here's another thing here. A one-hand person can handle a pot that has one handle on it. You can't. This is for a two-handed person, but luckily it has a nice handle here that allows me to pick it up. And now I can just, this is the first ingredient in the dish, onions. And okay, here's another problem I discovered, a solution I discovered to this problem. It is, how are you going to separate all the cloves in this garlic? That's where this comes in handy again. You whack it. And if it works out, it'll just come apart like this. You see that? All the cloves are coming out. One of them is flying somewhere. I'll have to find it later. Now I'm going to use 3 cloves of garlic in my recipe. You notice I used about 1/3 of a large onion so far. And all these cloves here, I can just save for another cooking session. I'm just going to use 3 cloves. Now how am I going to remove the paper from the garlic cloves? Same way. This tool, the pusher. You whack each clove. And with a knife, you split each clove, and that breaks the back of each garlic. Look at this. Here's a clove of garlic free of its paper. It's important for a person with disabilities to have access to the things he's going to work with. Now, I'm right in the middle here. I can pick up something and transfer it to that counter near the sink. And it's set up so that I can spin around here. All right, now I'm going to get back to the garlic. I need finely chopped garlic, and I still have my trusty pusher. I can mash it, rotate it. I got some garlic I want that's on the wooden stick. I just wipe it off. I rest it there. I'm going to finally chop it some more. Notice when I transfer, I have the pot on the counter. If I had it on the stove, I had an accident when I dragged the knife across to drop the food into the pot. The whole pot came off the stove and landed on my lap. And it happened to have been on the burner. And I still have a red welt on my leg. So now I put this up here.
What amazes me at this point in time as we're going along is these safety precautions that you have and you're aware of. Perhaps learning as they go, as you say, with the pot dropping, but how many people just do what you put the pot on the stove or this or that, or the next day
pot that fell off the stove. It's very lightweight. It's aluminum. It really doesn't stay on the stove because it's too lightweight. So you need heavy pots. All right, now I'm going to start. I have an automatic igniter on my stove. And I got the burner on it. I'm going to set it for medium heat now. Olive oil. It doesn't have to be extra virgin olive oil. So one-handed person to open up a jar. Here's the gadget. Under here, I have my brother fasten this gadget. You put the jar in here, and you just turn it. Voila. Isn't that cool?
It is.
And you can reverse it and tighten it. Also, when you buy things in the shops, grocery store, look for bottles that have easy grip caps. Now, you see this thing here? This is a dish drying mat. Rather than one of those trays where you stack up your dishes. And it holds things still so that if I try to open this jar and turn it on a counter, it'll just spin. But over here, it stays still, and I can get the cap off. How about that?
If you just tune in to watch at Arnie's place, we're at the home of Mr. Joe Luciano, who is preparing a meal, and it's called Cooking with One Arm. More on that later, but back to Joe and this wonderful job that he's doing.
Alright, next I'm going to stir the garlic and onion that I'm cooking here. It's over a medium flame. I'm just cooking the onions until they become translucent, and I'm not going to overcook the garlic. If the garlic turns brown, throw it out, because brown garlic is sour and bitter. I'm going to clean the cans. Okay. By the way, Ron, see this? This is shelf liner again. It's long, and I folded it so there are 3 layers. It keeps things from sliding around. This is a one-handed can opener. You can get it online on Amazon. It attaches to the can. How do you like that? Isn't that cool? And that's one. And then another one. Doesn't take long to happen, huh? You know what I was worried about, Ron and Arnie? When I lost one hand, my first worry was, will I ever be able to make meatballs again? I have a little garbage can right over there. And now I'm going to drain the beans, because who wants to eat preservatives, right? Now, how am I going to get the beans to the pot? Notice how I stand up every now and then? That's good exercise. Right over there. And now, into the pot. How about that so far? Now I need a can of tomatoes. I'm going to keep my tomatoes right here. I don't need the strainer anymore. My helpful handyman is my old brother Carmen. He's very handy. He's also a foot surgeon. So I call him whenever I have to have something fastened to a wall. And I use the same can opener, Ron. Isn't that cool? $6, Amazon. tomatoes to be slightly crushed. So here's my transfer pot. I'm going to pour the tomatoes into this pot, turn on the water to wash my hands, and just roughly grate the tomatoes. They'll cook faster, but I don't want to make them into a puree because that would have no character. And now I'm all ready to transfer to my cooking pot. That's one 35-ounce can of tomatoes, plum tomatoes. Something that needs to be added that's very important. It's red wine. And I have to put in exactly 6.5 ounces. There. Rough estimates are good. A little more olive oil. We need to give it a bite. So I'm going to put in some ground black pepper right on top so I can see it. And now I'm going to put in some frozen fresh basil that I keep in my fridge. When you buy basil in the supermarket, don't put it in the refrigerator, put it in the freezer right away. It'll stay green, see? And I'm going to put a generous amount right into the pot. Tremendous flavor. And I'm going to stir it, mix everything up. I'll turn up the burner a little bit. So far we have half of the important ingredients in. We have the beans in, the fagioli, or in rough Italian, fazioles. Good friends call each other fazool. Hey, fazool. Which is like, hey, bean.
I guess I must know the people in Italian that don't because I heard other names.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Now, I have to cook the pasta. To do that, I have a nice pot. This one.
I saw this the other night, and it was amazing.
What?
When you did this, in the background, when Joe called me, or I had run into him, and we were taping something else, and Joe was right in, he called us over, and we sat down, and he made this wonderful meal, and I was just amazed when he did the pasta and everything else. I know he's in a project, but somewhere along the way, I was going to ask him about the dinner that we had the other night, and what was considered a meatball wasn't a meatball. It was like a meat cake. It had raisins in it and everything. It was an absolute out of this world. And Joe had a name for that whole thing, which unfortunately I forgot.
Well, it was a combination meatball and a burger. I called it a meatball burger.
Oh, it was
meatball burger.
It was absolutely wonderful.
I have the water. This gas cooktop has great burners because they ignite by themselves, and I'm going to move this pot to the simmer burner on this side, and I'm going to turn this up high to make the water boil for the pasta. And while the pasta's cooking, we can talk. Let's see, you know what water needs when you cook pasta?
Salt.
A little salt. And there's something else. Here's a trade secret. It needs some herbs. Here's a way to flavor the pasta and not the juice. You sprinkle dried thyme into the boiling water. I already have salt in there. Okay. And the pasta is right there. I need to measure how much pasta is going to go into this. Remember, I'm making pasta e fagioli, which means pasta and beans. Here's my measuring dish. When my grandmother, and she's the one I learned a lot from, Arnie, when my grandmother made pasta mazzurro, the pasta was broken up pieces of spaghetti and other macaronis. And I said, Grandma, how come you have all these broken pieces? Is that a special recipe? And she would say, no, they were left over.
Yeah.
So, this pasta mazzurro is going to be made with bow ties called farfalle and rigatoni cut in half, and they're called mezzo rigatoni. You might be wondering, after the pasta is cooked, which takes about 10 minutes, how am I going to get the pasta out of the pasta pot and into my pot of beans over there? I have a routine for that too. We need a little bit of oregano. I use dried oregano.
Hey.
Oh, there it is. Oh, your legs become a good holder. You put the jar between your legs to hold it still. Now, I don't waste time shaking it out. I just tip it over and sprinkle a line of dried oregano across the pot, but not too much. There's a stereotype about Italian food, hot and spicy. It's really a stereotype. Real Italians don't overly season their foods. And oregano is a very strong herb. It would, if I put too much, it would kill the flavor of the basil. We're going to be eating this pasta mazzurro in a little while. But you know when it's really best?
The next day.
The next day, absolutely right. By the next day, all the flavors blend. Here's a very important gadget to me, a pair of scissors. Very expensive. They're stainless steel, except, Arnie, Ron, the bolt holding them together is iron and it's rusting. It's very expensive, 88 cents at Walmart. I bought 3 of them. Now there's a tomato in my pot that didn't get crushed, and that's what this is handy for. I just use it as a cutting tool. And by the way, when friends take me out to a restaurant, like my cousins, Anne Marie and Joe, and we go to a steakhouse, I bring this along, and this is what I use to cut the steak. Because you know, when you're going to cut meat, you need one hand for the fork and one hand for the knife. So it's an adaptation. Well, the water's ready. In goes the pasta. 11 minutes from now. Arnie, we don't have your girlfriend here to time it. We'll need 11 minutes.
I'll have my watch on, so.
Okay. You know, if you cut a piece of pasta that's cooking, after you cut it, look at it. If you see white in the middle, it's not cooked yet. It's still flour. Boy, these beans are really doing nice. You know, I'm not going to throw away the water that's in the that's used to cook the pasta, because that's good stuff too. It's good to add a spoonful or so to the pot. It gives it an extra character. I'm going to add some of this grated cheese to the pot also. That'll thicken it too. How are we doing on time now? Good. All right. Now we're ready. accidents. I'm trying to stand up now. And now I can more safely pick up this pot and take it right into the sink. Good. If one escapes, the living escape. And now we add it to the pot of beans. And we've made pasta mazzurro. It just needs mixing. That's quite a potful, isn't it?
You make it look so easy, Joe.
Smell good?
Well, like I said, I know you enjoy doing it. It's, you know, it's really something you enjoy.
Oh, yes. Yeah, this is going to be better tomorrow, but let's eat some now. Oh, yeah. I transfer from here, from this counter, because I don't want to spill any stuff on my stove and create more work for myself later. This is yours, Arnie.
Thank you.
Take the cheese, too, and generously put the cheese on it.
You're watching Arnie's place, and you're going to watch Arnie eat, and then we'll probably take a break.
Okay.
We are here at Arnie's place. We're every Monday night at 8:30 on Channel 10. We're the home of Mr. Joe Luciano, and right now he's cooked a meal as a one-handed person. If you missed the beginning of the show, we urge you to, I'm sure we'll have it on again, but Joe has been handicapped for several years, and he's made this wonderful meal. We also will be doing another segment, which we're probably into already. We're going to discuss some of Joe's problems, some of the things that happened to him over his lifetime. It's been some up and downs in his world, and we're going to be discussing them. But right now, guess who's going to eat? Lunch.